The IDF has released these statistics on Operation Breaking the Wave, which was launched in response to terror attacks that claimed 31 lives this year. Now, since its start last March, there have been some 3,000 individual arrest operations. The IDF says over 300 terror attacks prevented, at least 250 weapons seized, and some 2.7 million shekels. That's about $785,000 in cash intended to fund terror was also taken in these operations. And the IDF recorded at least 281 shooting attacks and attempts against Israeli civilians and soldiers in the West Bank this year, compared to just 91 last year. Well, joining us for more is Reserves IDF Colonel Alon Evyatar, Palestinian affairs expert and a former advisor to the Kogod unit. He joins us from Jerusalem. And Alon, those statistics on Breaking the Wave are impressive. But here we are again, another day, another attack on a soldier, multiple clashes and fatalities on the Palestinian sides. It really just seems almost as there's no end here.
I have to agree with you, Calev. I think that you mentioned before the terror attacks all over, and I think that we are in the beginning or a middle, if you want, on escalation or a wide wave and long one. I don't see the end. I don't see the final. I think that the atmosphere, the negative atmosphere on the ground, in the Palestinian streets, in the West Bank, all over, from Jenin to Hebron, is so high, and the level of the friction is high also between the two sides that I cannot see the end. There are full motivation in the ground. Terrorists try to or attempt to go forward and to try to come to make injured, to cause for terror attacks in diverting way, in kind of ways, and the main problem, I think, up to the IDF and the Shabak also, is that there is no previous alarm, there is no previous intelligence information before those attacks, and we have to remember that the majority of the terror attacks are prevented. I mean the plans from the beginning.
Right. I just want to add, I just mentioned IDF saying they prevented 300 attacks, and yet we're talking about, it seems like, several more each day.
You can just imagine what could be happened if those terror attacks would not be prevented on the ground. More than 90% of the attempts are prevented previously, and most of them are prevented inside the Palestinian sites, in the refugee camps, in the villages, in the cities, and so on. So you can just imagine what could be happened if it doesn't happen. Right. And I think that the main challenge for the Israeli forces is not just to come down, but to lead for, I would say, a security situation. It's part of the consideration, if you want.
Well, Alon, let's leave it at that. We're going to go out for a break, but stay with us. We're going to talk more about this and about also how the new government may react to these events. So we'll be coming back to you.